at the level of the physical cosmos, at the level of biology, and at the level of culture. That's true. And that is the most exciting truth. That there's something happening. And guess what? We're right at the heart of what's happening. You and I are, because of our highly evolved capacity for consciousness and cognition and self-reflectivity, because of all that, we actually can awaken to all this and be aware of and actually experience the truth of it. We can realize at the level of our intellect, just observing the information, well, something's happening here. And then when you really examine your own interiority, you can actually experience the truth of it yourself. And you go, wow, it's unbelievable. Then you realize there's something really happening here, and you're it. You are at the very center of it when you actually awaken to it. And it's so incredibly exciting because it makes meaning out of existence. It makes absolute meaning out of existence because there's something happening that goes all the way back to before the beginning that leads to this moment. And there's a perfect continuum from back to before the beginning to this very moment. And you're it. So we interpret that then, so from an anthropomorphic perspective, we interpret it as a desire to exist. There is an absolute, not relative, because of where it's coming from. There's an absolute, non-relative desire to exist and to become. You follow? So there's an absolute desire to exist and to become. An absolute, non-relative desire to exist and to become. The nature of spirit is both the pull towards non-being, being and then ultimately non-being, right, which we just spoke about earlier, and the other direction is the opposite direction, which is the desire to exist in time and form and mind. You follow? So what's the nature of spirit? Spirit is these two lines of it's not this direction. It's a momentum. It's a drive. One is a drive to go back to before the beginning, and the other is the evolutionary process. It's the evolutionary impulse that's giving rise to all of these potentials. And here we are having a conversation about it. So spirit is absolute and non-relative, right? And in the most fundamental or absolute way, you can say spirit is both being or non-being. It's a direction. It's a momentum back, right? It's not just a static quality. It's a pull going back all the way to before the beginning. And spirit is also simultaneously, paradoxically, this drive, this energetic drive that is the creative process, the entire creative process as a whole, from cosmos to biology, from matter to biology to mind and culture.